Wait, hold on. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? It's Coach D here, trying to make sure I stay safe when I go out and about. But I just wanted to leave a little message for you guys today. Just confessing some feelings. I have been struggling with feeling like I am invisible. Do you know what that means to be invisible? Where you are existing, but nobody sees you. You get looked over for just about everything. At least that's the way you perceive it. And you almost feel like you have no purpose. You have no particular reason to be in any situation. And that's something that I've been struggling with, just feeling invisible. But the truth of the matter is I'm not invisible, and neither are you. What I've learned over the years is that whenever I'm starting to feel like I don't matter or that I'm invisible to people around me, it's God's way of closing off opportunities so that I can spend more time with God. So I can learn God's voice a little clearer, so I can live in the purpose that God has entitled for me to live in. And it also gives me the opportunity to rest. Being invisible is not a real thing. It's all feelings. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes your feelings can be deceiving. You can feel that people are talking about you. You can feel that the whole world thinks that you're this, that, and the other negative thing. But the truth of the matter is if you're in the kingdom of the Lord, if you are God's chosen child, you're not invisible to God. And God has a plan and a purpose for you. And even if right now your season isn't blossoming in that purpose, that doesn't mean that you're not going to be blossoming soon. Every season in your life needs an opportunity to grow and blossom. And even if you are feeling invisible, like there's nobody there, like you're sitting and no one even sees you, it doesn't mean that God is overlooking. It means that God is refining you, growing you, testing you. There's one thing I've always remembered is that the teacher is always the quietest during the test. Maybe it's time for you to pray and ask God to speak to you clearly so that you can hear the voice of the Lord speaking. In the book of 2 Kings, there's a story about one of God's prophets, Elisha. They were facing a bunch of armies, and the gentleman that was accompanying him was very fearful of this huge army that was around them. And he just felt like there was no hope. He felt invisible at that moment to God. But Elisha, being a prophet of the Lord, asked the Lord to open the eyes so that that gentleman could see all the army that was around them that was from God. And it wasn't until his eyes were open that he had the confidence to know that God was going to take care of that army that was in front of them. When you are feeling invisible, often it's because you have lost sight of the big God that you worship. You think about all the problems you have, the things you don't have that you really need. You feel like no one cares about your concern or no one's even noticing you. And in those moments, you are taking your eyes off God and putting your eyes on yourself. You're looking at the mirror and you're tearing yourself apart. You're comparing yourself to other people. And what good is that going to do? If you are losing sight of God, you are losing sight of everything, thus feeling invisible. So if you're starting to feel invisible, and I mean you just have lost your confidence, it is time for you to pray. It is time for you to explore the way that God works through his people in the Bible and see how God speaks to you in your time right now. Invisibility doesn't mean you don't matter. All it means is that you've lost sight of the Creator. Focus on the Lord. The Lord loves you so much. And even if you are feeling like you don't matter, trust me, you matter to God. That's it for now. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And of course, please share this video because it does come from the heart and I want to reach out to as many women as I possibly can. So for now, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye.